What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got some more XG, obviously. We got the documentary series, man. We're hopping into that finally. And I am doing the XX episode, which is the episode before episode number one, which is 10 minutes. I'll also be doing episode number one as well. So we're gonna have both of those in this video here. Um, I'm excited for it. Time to really dive in deep and really understand the group and Simon and what they've all been through. I've heard about it, read about it, but now it's time to actually see it. Seeing is different from reading and hearing, right? Like it gives you a different perspective when you actually see it. So that's what I'm excited about. But we're gonna get into it. But just a little update, you guys. I did not get fired. Yay, yay, yay! I did not get fired. But boy, they brung down the hammer on my ass, man. God, I have y'all ever been in that situation where like you you getting a scolding, from your boss for doing something, and it's so bad that you just can't say anything. Yeah, I typically like pride myself like when I'm face to face somebody, especially in a serious situation. I pride myself on holding eye contact because that just kind of shows you that you're not running from the awkwardness. You're not running from, the scolding that you get. Like, yo, you just keep the eye contact and in a way that's almost impressive, respectful, I guess you can say. But when you have, like, listen, these people brought the receipts. Okay, they look. This is what you caused, and that's what was do. Like when you bring the receipts and you start putting numbers behind the mistakes that it's almost really hard to keep, because I was in there with my chest puffed out. I'm like, I'm about to take this scolding, dude. And I'm telling you, I was ready. Like I had brought all my stuff in, like all my fire resistant stuff, my uniforms, my hard hat. Like I brought in everything because I expected to get fired. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to take this on the chin. I'll walk out knowing that, yo, like I didn't run from it. I didn't run from it, and I didn't expect them to do what they did. You know, I think they wanted me to understand, like, yo, you really should be up out of here. Like, you should have been out of here the night that you did it. We should have let you go ASAP and told you to just bring in your stuff the next day. Um, but they sat me down and was like, this is what you caused. So when you start to put numbers behind your mistakes and you see that you caused literally hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of, like, you would think that it wouldn't cost that much because it's not like I took fuel to like it wasn't like it was for two 7-Elevens, right? Like I went to one 7-Eleven when I was supposed to go to the other 7-Eleven. And I was like, you wouldn't have thought that it would cost that much because they're two 7-Elevens. It's not like I went the fuels for 7-Eleven and I took it to a Quick Trip or I took it to a Murphy's or something like that. It's two 7-Elevens. And they're under the same customer, like we have keg 7-Elevens and then we have 7-Elevens. It's not like I had a cross drop or anything like that. I dumped it in the right tanks. It's not like I went from, no lead to diesel or premium to diesel or anything like that. It was, but you wouldn't have thought that it's hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix a problem like that. So when you put numbers behind stuff like that, it's very hard to hold that eye contact. And, I was, for the most part, I held it. But when they start showing me those numbers, I was like, oh God, I'm sorry, y'all. But just like, I'm sorry, it's not going to do anything when you have cost the company hundreds of thousands of dollars. Is like, I think I said sorry all like one time because I'm like, it's not going to mean anything. And I know they're probably like, no, we don't want to hear sorry, bro. Like, take your scolding, understand what you did, get out of here, and, you know, just square yourself away. Yeah, like I fully expected to be fired, but they brought the hammer down on me. I lost my bonus for a month, which is absolutely crazy. I'm thinking, at best when I was going over the scenarios on my way in, I'm like, if they don't fire me, like I'll get suspended and I'll lose my bonus. I'm thinking at a minimum a year. Like honestly, I'm thinking like I'm probably not gonna see my bonus for like a year. They took it away for only 30 days. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But I lost my bonus for 30 days, got suspended for 2, which I thought it was going to be like 3 to 5. And then I got booted down a pay grade, which that I didn't really expect that, but yeah, booted down a pay grade, lost my bonus for 30 days, suspended for 2 days. And at the end of the day, it's like you just got to be grateful. And I was, man. I walked out of there and I'm like, dude, I'm glad I just didn't lose my job, that's one thing I will, I guess you can say I can pat myself on the back about. I'm a reliable employee. Like, I come into work on time. I don't call in. You know what I'm saying? I take extra loads when loads come back on the night. Like, I take extra loads even though, it's gonna run me over 13 hours or something like that. I take care of my equipment. Like, my truck is like the cleanest on the lot. I take that thing to the truck wash all the time. And we just got new trucks, and they got like polished aluminum all over the place, and I keep that thing clean. I literally hand, and it could be my OCD, but like I literally like hand buff the rims after I'm dead serious. After it comes out the wash, you know what I'm saying? At my next stop, I'm over here just making sure everything is shiny. The inside of the cab, like everything is clean. And they see that. And the fact that, I was honest about it. Like, I didn't run away from it. Like I said before in the other video, there's redundancies to our process, and I just hopped over all of them. I didn't, and I was honest about it. Like, dude, I didn't check the Vita route. You know, the address on the building, there was no address there, but there's other things I could have done. Double check my GPS and blah blah blah. And I was honest about it, and that's what saved them behind. So, anyone out there who works their butt off at work and feels like, they're doing it for nothing. It's times like this that I'm going through, that maybe you experience in the future, that your reputation at your job comes back to really help you. Especially when you cause serious damages like I did with my company. Like, you just never know when that good reputation is going to come back and save you, because that's the only reason I still have my job. And they made sure to know that, like, because you're such a good worker and because you were honest about it, more so the fact that I was honest about it. If I would have tried to hide from it or like put the responsibility on anything else, I think they would have looked at that like, nah, you get up out of here. Because I felt like they were trying to give me that out, but I didn't take it. I'm like, at the end of the day, it is on me. Like, I had that vision of where I was going, and I didn't come up off of that vision because I've delivered to that store many a times. It was just, I was just fixated on that location. So, I didn't run from it. I told them I didn't follow the process, and honest about it. So, anyone else out there who feels like their hard work they're doing isn't paying off, that may be the case, but don't start cutting corners, because you never know when you'll need your reputation as a good employee, as an honest employee, as an employee who has high values, within the workplace. You never know when that's going to come back and help you out. So don't come off of those values. Continue to work hard, continue to be that dependable person, and it will show. It will show in the future when you absolutely needed it, because I absolutely needed it, and it's the only reason I still have my job. So keep up the good work, and yeah, it'll pay off. All right, let's get into this. Enough with the updates. All right, here we go.
中学1年生の12歳です。将来の夢はカリスマ性のある高い歌唱力を持ち、世界に通用するアーティストになることです。
왜냐? 새로운 방향성과 새로운 그런 전원일본인이라는 부분이라든가 뭐든 좋습니다. 수식어는 그런 새로운 방향성을 제시는 하고 있다라고 생각을 하기 때문입니다.
いろんなことを成長
하기때문입니다.
Just that Times Square? That looks like Times Square. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's Times Square. Damn, they were on Times Square, bro. Or did they just kind of like green screen this in there or something like that? That's I'm not from New York, so I didn't know. But that damn, they were on the big
いろん
screens
なこ
out
とを
there,
成
huh?
長させてくれて教えてくれるメンバーたちで一緒に乗り越えられるメンバーなのでこれからもずっと一緒にいたいです。
X ギャラクシーはですね、日本だけではなく韓国、アジア、世界で通用するアーティストを育成しデビューさせるプロジェクトです。
I love the fact that that was their goal from the beginning. Like, we don't want to just be known here in Korea or Asia. We want to be known worldwide. Like that's one hell of a goal. Like we're breaking Xtra breaking boundaries. Like we're breaking boundaries, man. We want to be known worldwide. That's nice, man.
That extra thing that you can't really explain.
Hold on. That's one hell of a whoo. He must have been giving him a scolding. Look, she's is this German? It's kind of hard to tell from the side. Yeah, that's German. Crying. I don't know what he said to them, dude. Like, or either he definitely was scolding them. Look at their face. Like he was saying something to them. This is one hell of a shot right here. I like this. I mean, you could just kind of see the expression on their face. Like, yeah, no, we done something bad, and we're getting the scolding from our leader.
That extra thing that you can't really explain, that focus and that discipline.
Damn, did she fall?
That extra thing that you can't really explain, that focus and that discipline is what's going to take them to the top.
Well, this is about to
because
be
they're not
this
gonna
is
stop.
about to be hard, man.
最も育成に関してはもう世界最強チームで最強システムだと自信持ってます。失敗したら全部責任取るから。はい。怖がらない。ただ楽しい。
Hold on. He said
最も育成に関してはもう
they do have one hell of a system of training and bringing. I wish that the United States would do something like that, because especially in hip hop, like I'm talking strictly from like a hip hop standpoint or rap standpoint, because that's like the worst. That's like the worst music in the United States right now. It's just so terrible. Just because it's saturated with bad artists. There are really good artists in that genre, but all the bad artists are the one that's being pushed right now, and it's just saturated with them. It's like probably good 85% of the rap game out there is like bad artists, like in my opinion, and I could be completely wrong. And the crazy thing is, rap and hip hop is probably the most influential genre in America right now. At least I probably wouldn't even venture to say I'm wrong about that. I probably am wrong, but like I don't think I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that we have such shitty artists out there, they're out here promoting stupid, ignorant stuff, teaching our youth to be ignorant and degenerate. Like I can't stand it, dude. But they do have a very good. I just imagine if like Eminem and Nas and 50 Cent or Jay-Z, Dr. Dre came out and made an academy, a rap academy, and was like, y'all, we're about to teach y'all how to be good rappers. Imagine how that would change the fucking game.
世界最強チームで最強システムだと自信持ってます。失敗したら全部責任取るから。はい。怖がらない。ただ楽しんで。失敗したら全部責任取るから。
I'll take all the responsibility. Don't be afraid.
ただ楽しんで。
Rather just enjoy it all. Like one, whoo, and I can hear the emotion. What is this like? What was going on in this situation? Were they about to perform for the first time, or what? And look how like tentative this is Maya. It looks like she's looking like this man's word is gospel. Like, this man's word is absolute gospel. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show how good of a leader dude is. Like you tell me I'm falling on the knife for you, dude.
に取るから怖がらないただ楽しんで
Perfect advice.
みんなもう家族
Our bond is
以上な
stronger than family.
絆、まあ、それも含め
How much did
て
that hat
X
cost you, bro? $200? Oh man, they must really like that brand. Is that a big brand? You know, Balenciaga or whatever. Like, I've heard that brand multiple times. I think I heard Shannon Sharp mention that brand multiple times. But I know in Hinata's Vox, she had a jacket on. So do they really like that brand or whatever? But I'm curious on how much that hat costs, bro.
絆、まあ、それも含めて X ギャラクシーはここでデビューを向けて頑張ってる人やここにかけてるスタッフやいろんな人の絆が普通じゃないよ。
Extraordinary.
笑ってる場合じゃないでしょ今。あまりにも座ってる時間が多いって、見てる、把握する、理解する時間がないって、とにかく行動しないといけないってみんなは。그건 대비한 거야. 너네 그런 레벨.
You know what's crazy? Like someone like as good as Simon is, this is like coming from a place of passion, of wanting to be good, not only for himself, but I can tell it's like he's a selfless, a selfless leader. He wants to see everyone do good. And it's like, I don't know the context of the situation, but it's like, we have to work hard. We don't have time to be playing around. You know what I'm saying? Like, the moment you start to not take this job seriously, especially when you haven't even made it yet, you start to slip and you start to become comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And you don't put forth the effort. And the reason why I can relate to this is because, like, I don't know why, but ROTC has been coming up a lot lately, but when I was in ROTC, I became the drill team commander. I had to fight for that. Like, my, the sergeant didn't want to let me. Like, I don't know why, but even though I was the most tenured one there, maybe he just didn't feel like I had the ability to do it. So I wanted to prove him wrong and prove that I can lead these guys and we can go out and win every competition. Because at that time, the school I went to, we were the best, not only in our district, but we were the best kind of in the region. You know what I'm saying? Our only real competition was like Bellevue in Nebraska, Bellevue, Nebraska. Those guys were always on point. Those were our real competition. But when we went to nationals and everything like that, we were gonna place high, and I wanted to show them that I can be a good leader. So I can feel Simon right here. When we have all the new freshmen that are coming in, or even sophomores who are even juniors who have decided, you know what, I'll give this a whirl for the next year. And those guys come in with egos and they think, oh, well, we already have a good reputation, so I can just come in and slack off. And it's like, you haven't even made it yet, especially if you're new. You don't know what it means to put in the work. And when you haven't even made it yet, I don't want to see you laughing. I don't want to see you like, what are you doing? Because in a minute here, you're going to turn around and you're going to drop the rifle, and then all of us is going to be pushing the floor because you want to be lazy. Like, so I can feel Simon on this. You won't achieve anything if you don't stay proactive, right? In your training, right? In your studying or whatever. Like, because even when you go to nationals, dude, it's not just about the performance of twirling rifles and everything like that, dude. You get studied on military history. Yeah, boy. And that pushes the girls, man. That pushes the... Hold on, was that... You're not a real group. Listen, you're not a real group unless you're arguing. You're not a real group unless you're arguing and then you come together after this right here and you see that I had to give this group member a scolding, but after I give them that scolding, I'm gonna come back and be like, yeah, yo, just focus. Don't lose your heart. Don't give up. Right? Focus. You got it in you, but focus, and we'll push through this. It don't matter. We got it. Like, man, come on now. Come on now. German, man, she's that leader, dude. Blood, sweat, and tears, dude. Stress.
最も大事なのはスターになりたいという思いの強さです。我々は本気です。必ずスターを生み出します。
저희 엑스갤럭스는 글로벌 컬 아티스트 그룹을 양성해내는 그런 새로운 레이블이고요. 5, 6년간 이제 준비하고 구축해온 회사입니다. 엑스지에 대한 발굴, 육성, 기획, 매니지먼트 그리고 제작까지 독자적으로 진행을 하고 있습니다. 저희는 항상 그 데뷔할 때 이 제작과 방송 활동에 대해서 한국에서 하고 싶다라는 그런 의지가 굉장히 강했고요. 왜냐하면 아이돌 문화 산업에 있어서 정말 세계 최고의 그런 시스템, 이게 그냥 음악적 장르라기보다는 수많은 사람들이 오랫동안 이 치열하게 노력해온 덕에 만들어진 하나의 문화라고 생각하거든요. 저 역시도 10년 이상 K-팝 씬에 몸담았던 사람으로서 크게 자부심을 가지고 있고요. 그런 필드에서 저희가 아티스트 그룹으로서 많은 성장과 또 많은 사람들에게 보여줄 수 있는 그런 좋은 기회라고 생각했고, 좋은 음악과 좋은 콘텐츠로 또 좋은 퍼포먼스로 멤버들의
music and content it means so much, dude. Especially, I like that sweater, dude. That sweater is nice as hell, but that it means so much, dude. Especially nowadays, where like people get so influenced. You have social media, you have the internet that's able to spread your message around. Whereas before, you didn't have these things, and your music had to get spread around by word of mouth. You don't need that anymore. You put it on the internet, and it's gonna go everywhere. It's gonna go viral. So your content within your music is important because you're gonna spread your message or whatever it is that's within your music around the world. And so I think it's important to have a good message, and they clearly have a good message. Let's bring this back to music and be more influential in a positive way instead of all this, degenerative stuff that's out right now.
그런 좋은 인격과 매력 넘치는 모습으로 인정받고 사랑받고 그리고
well respected. I like that.
전례 없는 아티스트 그룹으로서 커가는 그런 비전을 갖고 있습니다. 너희가 하는 게 K-팝이냐 J-팝이냐, 사실 저희도 그 부분에 대해서는 정말 많이 고민을 했어요. 저희 아티스트가 전원 일본인 그룹이라는 거랑 한국에서 음악 방송 활동이나 컨텐츠를 제작을 하지만 음악의 메시지는 저희가 글로벌하게 영어로서 이런 저희의 사운드를 표현하고 저희 레이블에 있는 다양한 국적의 팀원들과 함께 걸그룹 아티스트로서의 새로운 방향성을 제시하자라고 했던 비전들이 우리의 음악을 꼭 한 카테고리에 정의해야 되는 게 맞을까? 라는 고민과 그런 끝없는 생각을 좀 오래 했던 것 같아요.
Eventually it came up.
새로운 도전이 처음엔 많은 사람들에게 낯설다고 느껴질 수밖에 없겠다라던가, 그리고 순탄하지만은 않겠다라는 거는
There's always bumps in the
항상
road.
예상과 각오를 해왔고,
Hell yeah.
그 무엇보다도 근데 그런 진정성 있는 모습과 좋은 음악 그리고 좋은 퍼포먼스로 많은 분들께 새로운 즐거움을 보여드릴 수 있다면 이거는 통할 수 있겠다. 그런 우리 전원 일본인 아티스트 그룹이 한국에 이렇게 배우러 와서 도전해서 인정을 받고 싶다라는 기대와 확신을 가지고 준비해왔습니다. 책임자로서. 저도 압니다. 굉장히 여러 시선들이 있다는 것도. 제일 중요한 건 어쨌든 그런 케이팝이라는 문화가 이제 앞으로 저는 케이팝이다 아니다로 정의를 하기보다는 이런 문화로 자리 잡힌 걸로부터 다채롭게 저희 같은 그런 양상을
That's what it's all
포용하고
about, man. Like the experience. Ooh, is he about to scold somebody? It looks like he about to scold somebody right there. It's all about the experience, man, and learn. Do they just really love black? Huh? Like black. Oh man, it just going back to it's crazy how I'm just remembering like lyrics and like and it's funny that she's the main well she's one of the ones that's right here. Harvey, you know. She said that in what was it, Woke Up, you know. She said he got all black outfits. They're packed up and ready to go, whatever. They just really love black.
즐기실 수 있게 하는 것이 저희가 해야 되는 일이라고 생각했고 케이팝 씬의 또 넥스트 스텝이라고 생각을 했습니다. 저희가 앞으로 어떤 행보를 보이느냐에 따라서 저의 진정성을 아실 거라고 믿고 있고요. 아이돌 문화산업 시장을 더 크게 발전할 수 있도록 일조하는 그런 회사가 되고 싶었고 되게 의미 있는 일이지 않을까라고 저는 그렇게 생각을 해왔습니다. 엑스갤럭시를 이끌어가는 책임자이자 대표이자 프로듀서로서 그런 회사의 비전, 방향성, 정체성을 좀 직접 전달하고 싶었고요. 수많은 땀과 열정을 다해서 데뷔 준비를 했던 저희 XG 친구들에게도 조금 더 기대를 많이 해주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 제가 사실 모르시는 분도 계시겠지만 아버지가 한국 분이시고 어머니가 일본 분이셔서 대한민국에서도 오래 자라면서 성장하였고 또 일본 문화나 일본에서도 지냈던 경험이 있기 때문에 이런 거는 저한테는 어떻게 보면 숙명 같은 거였고 전원 일본인 그룹으로 한국 분들에게도 좀 인정받고
Yeah,
싶었고
bridge those gaps between cultures or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, they could be closely related, there's always going to be gaps and even huge gaps between cultures, you know? And it's always good to have that aspirations to build those bridges to connect the cultures because there's always going to be things that you can definitely like look and see that no, we have this commonality between the two cultures and you can bring those cultures together. It brings a lot of understanding, like, oh my god, I can't believe you guys do that. Oh, you guys do it this way, that's pretty cool, but we also do it this way, blah blah blah.
그리고 K-pop 팬분들에게도 전달이 되어서 좀 기존에 전례 없는 그런 아티스트 그룹의 행보를 좀 보여드리고 싶었어요. 되게 투지 있게 용기 있게. 그리고 이 다큐멘터리 엑스트라 엑스트라 저희의 제작 배경, 성장 과정 그냥 고스란히 꾸밈없이 담겨져 있기 때문에 또 그거를 보면 저희의 좀 더 담겨져 있기 때문에 배경, 성장
That's gotta be the whole part in Tippy Toes, right? Falling forward, like I bet he was probably explaining that.
그냥
And you just see
고스란히
the look on their
꾸밈없이
faces, like, that looks like it's gonna be good. I could be wrong, but I don't understand why he would be doing that if he wasn't explaining that part.
있기 때문에 또 그거를 보면 저희의 좀 더 안의 모습이라든가 좀 더 코어적인 모습들 더 이해하시기 좋을 거라고 생각하고 그래서 일단 엑스트라 엑스트라는 이름의 유래는 신문을 통해서만 이렇게 정보를 소식을 접했던 시절에
extra read all about it. Oh wow, I like that, dude. I like that.
옛날이죠. 네. 미국에서 정말 이거는 임팩트 있고 스페셜한 특보다라는 것을 길거리에서 엑스트라 외치면서 소식을 이렇게 전하고
people's attention.
했었는데
Yeah, I like that.
이 친구들에게 있어
This dude is thoughtful. Very thoughtful, man. Like he doesn't do anything with like there's intention behind everything that he does, right? I like that.
글로벌 아티스트가 되기 위한 어떠한 열정, 어떠한 그런 간절한 마음, 그 데뷔까지의 과정이 얼마나 혹독하고 때로는 따뜻하고 그 데뷔까지의 과정이 얼마나 혹독하고 때로는 따뜻하고 때로는 그 안에 끈끈한 연으로 구성진 저희 안에 있는 그런 드라마를 있는 그대로 좀 빨리 보셔야 된다. 이거 한번 꼭 봐달라. 이거 보면 놀라게 되실 거다라는 좀 그런 뜻이 되게 부합하다 생각해서 그리고 또 저희 팀 이름이 Extraordinary Girls라서 Xtra라는 정해지게 됐다는 점도 되게 운명 같아요. 네, 그래서 기대 많이 해주시고
I'm looking forward to it, my guy.
저희 엑스갤럭스 XG는 이제 시작입니다. 그래서 너희가 말하는 엑스팝이 도대체 뭔데? 라고 하시는 분들이 한번 저희 다큐멘터리 좀 봐주셨으면 좋겠고 저희 앞으로의 활동으로 그 의문에 좋은 답변이 될 수 있도록 계속 좋은 모습을 보여드리도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다. 사이먼이었습니다.
That was one hell of an intro. One hell. Oh. Maya said this. A new breed, breaking boundaries, man. Come on now. That was one hell of an intro, man. That was one hell of, and I'm glad that was suggested to me because I probably spent like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes combing through all of the comments trying to find that one comment that suggested me to watch this. I'm not even sure if that was the original comment, but I was looking for, I was like, I remember someone told me to make sure to watch a video before I start episode 1. And I'm glad that I remembered to do that because that was one hell of an intro. And now we're getting into episode 1. This looks like somewhere where they work out, man.
予備校生の結果を皆さんに一人一人に伝えて、全部今終わりました。みんなでこう話し合う時間を取りたくて、まずはその今日結果が残念だったメンバーに意思を聞いて、話したいっていうことだったんで、ちょっと集合しました。なんで、みんなで話してください。僕ちょっと集合しました。なんで、みんなで話してください。僕は席外すんで。
See, that's one thing, man, that's pretty cool about Simon. Like, this man, like, he's cutthroat, but at the same time, it's not one of those cutthroat managers where it's like, well, I just don't give a fuck, man. This guy clearly cares, not just about the people who got picked, but the people who worked their butts off and then ended up not getting picked. Like, I can hear it in his emotion. Like, man, I didn't want to have to tell these people, these women, that they didn't make it. But, you know, I have to. You know what I'm saying? Because the show has to push on. I don't know how many girls he still had in training or whatever. Could have been 50. I don't know. Could have been 20. I don't know. But he had to, like, say, okay, we got to move forward. We got to choose the right people. We got to let these other girls go. And he feels for him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how long it's been, but it's like you've been trying out for X amount of months, 6 months, 8 months or whatever, and now I have to tell you that the hard work that you put in pretty much didn't get you where you wanted, you know? So that's got to be tough. That's got to be real tough.
はい、そういうことです。はい。
This guy truly cares.
でもずっと考えたんじゃないですか。
This is clearly before they cut down all the way. Look, that's 4, 8, that's 10 girls right there. So he had to cut three more of these girls right here. So it wasn't even final cut down.
考えて、
Unless I'm wrong, I could be wrong. Tell me.
いよいよそろそろ決めなきゃってなって4ヶ月経ちましたね。
Damn, I wasn't paying attention.
いよいよじゃないですか。ずっと考えて、いよいよそろそろ決めなきゃってなって
2 a.m. in the morning.
4ヶ月経ちましたね。 こういった経験が私にまだ一度もなかったんで、多分そういう経験値のないそういう多分悩みだと思うんですけど、でも何ですか、自分自身こうなんかずっとこれでいいんだっていう、こういうやり方でいいんだっていう、そんぐらい考えるべきだし、そういうなんかいい意味で正当化してる自分がいますけど、でそれの上で今回のこうやっとこう日にちを決めて、それがもう明日になったんで、ちゃんと伝えて。
I bet even him as a manager, dude, had nerves. Like I'm nervous to tell these certain girls that, hey, you're not gonna make it, you know? Even nerves of coming down to it, like, am I choosing the right ones? Clearly he did, but it's like you don't know until you make that decision and you move forward and you push through certain goals and milestones, and you get to debut, and then you see what the sales are and the reaction to the group. You don't know if you're making the right decision. You think you are, but you just don't know. And again, relating back to what it was like for me in ROTC and the drill team, we had people try out, but I couldn't keep everybody. Now it's not nowhere near seriously. You tell some people like, oh man, okay, it's cool, I'm fine, I'll just go, play basketball, football, or whatever, or I'll try out for the marksman team or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this is a million times more serious than what I had to go through, and even I had nerves to have to go and tell these guys, yeah, I think we had 12 guys at the time, and sometimes we'll have 20 people try out, and it's like, well, you can't choose you, can't choose you, can't choose you. Sorry about that, But like I was saying, even I had nerves to have to go back and tell people like, hey, yeah, like, sorry, you can't join the group. You're breaking people's hearts in his
それぞれのこう次のステップに
in his situation.
いけるように、さらにデビューメンバー候補はもっとこうなんかさらなるこうデビューへのこういろんなことをしていきたいです。貴重なデータになってほしいです。こういうのダサいですよね。
いけてますね。
Oh, really? Again, my phone is blocking some of this, so I can't read all of it, but they damn it, they placed that number 40 alongside artists like Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and Lizzo. But I'm not gonna go into Lizzo, bro. I'm not gonna go into Lizzo. But that's hot right there. That's hot right. That's hot right there. But top 20 on the radio. Where the heck were they getting played out on the radio? I didn't. It could be. I'm in the Midwest, so like, we probably they ain't gonna play them in the Midwest, so they're probably getting played somewhere like New York. That's probably why they were, on the big board, in New York. So, but and again, I don't even listen to the radio, so it's probably why I never heard of them.
X Galaxy はですね、世界で通用するアーティストを育成し、デビューさせるプロジェクトです。
I'm telling y'all.
最も大事なのはスターになりたいという思いの強さです。我々は本気です。必ずスターを生み出します。
X 갤럭시에는 X가 두 글자가 들어가고 지금은 X 갤럭스라는 이름으로 좀 더 다듬어.
That was a good move. You name it from X Galaxy to X Gal X. I like that better.
원래는 X 갤럭시였습니다. 그대로. 저희는 사랑과 카리스마를 통해 이 아티스트의 각각의 캐릭터와 팀의 색깔을 메시지를 전달하는 X 갤럭시라는 게 뭔가 사운드적으로도 되게 뭔가 저는 그게 와닿아. 저희 회사는 앞으로도 아티스트를 발굴해서 양성해내서
I
제작하는
find it really hard. The way these girls, at least the way they came on the scene for me and how impressed I was, I find it hard that you're gonna that I just don't. How you gonna top XG? How you gonna top them? Not saying you can't do it, but I think when you put such a good, step forward, your first step forward with XG, you're gonna be held to that standard every single time, and I hope they don't fall into that trap of having to find the next XG, because I just don't think you're gonna do it. It's okay to find a group, and they're gonna try their best. I know they're gonna try their best to find a group that maybe is comparable to them. But I think when you're the first to do it the way they've done it, you're gonna get judged on that, and I don't see how you can top them. How? I'm not sure if that's even their goal. I wouldn't think that that's their goal, but dude, XG is XG. It's like when you have someone as great as Michael Jordan. Who's topping Michael Jordan, right? Yeah, I just don't see it happening. That's my opinion. Michael Jordan's the GOAT.
그런 아이덴티티가 담겨 있는 이름입니다.
Hell yeah. But I could tell they even put a lot of money into this, man. This is good. This is so good already. 2017. Yo, that's the year my youngest daughter was born.
朝谷ジュリンです。中学3年生の15歳です。よろしくお願いします。
私がもともとそのスノーボードを幼い頃からやっていて、自分がプロっていう目標があったんですけど、そこを12歳の時に達成して、自分がそこからどんなことをやりたいかなって。
There was one point in my life where it is so hard, man. Like, God, I wish they did have like English translation, because like I want to pay attention here, but then I also want to read what she's saying. But man, there was one point in time where I wanted to learn how to snowboard, but yeah, I just never got into it.
達成して、自分がそこからどんなことをやりたいかなってすごい本当に考えた時に、なんかガールズグループでまだやったことないものを表現するのってすごいかっこいいなと思って、その時絶対私ここでデビューしたいっていうふうに思うようになりました。
ハービーエミです。中学2年生の14歳です。よろしくお願いします。
そうですね、モデルとして活動をずっとさせていただいてたんですけど、私自身も何か新しいものをなんか始めたいなってすごい思ったし、誰もやったことのないことをすごいやりたいっていう気持ちが強くなって、でそれに一番当てはまってたのがこの X ギャラクスの、プロジェクトのオーディションで絶対やりたいですっていう意思を伝えさせていただきました。
秋山こな11歳です。よろしくお願いします。
これだってすごいなんか運命を感じたのがこの XG っていうプロジェクトであって、やっぱり小さい頃からダンスと歌とラップに触れ合ってきたし、すごい音楽が好きな分すごいドキドキしたプロジェクトっていうのがすごい初めてだったから、もう運命だって思って、これだって思って参加するきっかけになりました。
You know, like when you know just something deep down in your heart, like I'm destined for this, it's almost like nothing can stop you. It doesn't matter. Like, I guarantee you, if for some reason she didn't make this group, she would have made some other group and would have been blowing up just as much as she. I mean, albeit like Simon's a big part of it, the whole company's a big part of it, but there's no doubt in my mind, like some of these girls could have definitely went somewhere else and gotten noticed just as much. Like they're too talented to not to not have that happen.
上田ジュリアです。中学1年生の12歳です。
とあるオーディションがあるよっていう風に聞いて、小さい頃から夢でやった世界的なアーティストになるっていう夢を叶えたくて、で、Xtra はもうその私の夢とすごくぴったりな。
I'm trying to teach my kids that now, like have those big aspirations. You know what's crazy? My daughter really loves this hairstyle. I don't know if I'll be able to find a picture. Maybe I can find a picture, but she really loves when I do her hair. I was about to say does her hair like that. Jesus, come on. When I do her hair like this in these little puffballs or whatever, I'll see if I can find it and throw it in there. But she really loves this hairstyle.
ところだったの
Another
で
reason why I like
Xtra に入らせていただきました。
川内真也、小学6年生の11歳です。よろしくお願いします。
自分があんまりオーディションを受けるタイプではなくて、ちょっとチャレンジすることがちょっと怖かったんですけど、その初めて聞いた時に、いやもうこれ本当に絶対オーディション受けて絶対合格してやるっていうふうに思ったのを覚えてます。なんか結構今までにないぐらい革新的にこのプロジェクトだっていうふうに思ったんです。自分の人生のプロジェクトがこれだっていうふうにパッて思って、なんかすごいそこで一気に自分の火がついたなっていうふうに思います。
It's nothing, dude. It's nothing like seeing something and like, you know what? I want to do that. It's like you don't even know where the fire came from, but it came out of nowhere, and you're like, you know, I want to do it. Even though I've never done something like this before, I know I can go on there, and I know I can be good at it. And the feeling you get when you actually get in there and you're like, yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna be good at this. Like there are some humbling experiences, but when you get in there, you're like, dude, I'm doing it. Like, come on now, it's a good feeling.
15歳です。よろしくお願いします。
近所のダンススクールに通っていたんですけど、そこでスタッフさんがテストみたいなのがあるから受けてみないって声かけてくださって、それが実はXtraのオーディションで母とも話し合って、やっぱりやりたいっていうことを伝えて今に至ります。
15歳の近藤沙です。よろしくお願いします。
でも合格するっていうよりも合格し
That's gotta be crazy, right? Oh, hey, listen, there's this little test here that we want we think you'll be good at, and the next thing you know, you're like, oh yeah, it's an audition for XG, like or like a preliminary audition, not necessarily saying you're gonna be in it, but like, yeah, we want you to go dance and see what they say. Like that's nuts.
したいっていう気持ちが大きくて、もうその日のために生きてきたぐらいの気持ちだったので、そうですね、もう受かりたいって気持ちでいっぱいでした。
네, 일단 제가 한국에서 이제 아이돌 활동하고 그리고 이제 작가 활동하면서 2016년 정도쯤에 뭔가 좀 새로운 그런 음악적인 일을 하고 싶다라는 생각이 들었었는데, 아티스트 팀을 좀 제작을 하고 싶다라는 꿈이 있었는데, 되게 거창하게 들릴 수도 있는데 제가 세상에서 본 적이 없는, 그러니까 유일무이한 그런 팀을
one of a kind, dude. There's no one else in the world like XG right now, dude. Not even in the United States. Nowhere right now. There's no one. This is why, like, I'm so glad they're touring in the United States, and I hope to God they just grab so much attention, because I try to tell people about XG and they're like, okay, like we never heard of them, and it's like, you will sooner or later. And then you're going to be mad that I tried to tell you about these girls weeks or months prior, and then you didn't listen to me. Like I want them, like, it's crazy. I want them to come here and just like mess up the entire industry and be like, oh yeah, look, we're the best. We're the best. You have no one who can compete on our level. If I'm wrong, please, someone tell me right now, whether it's a group or an artist, right now, that that can compete with XG on like the level of perfection. And I don't want to discount the work that other people do, but I feel like I have not seen a group or an artist that is better than XG. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it.
그렇게 돼서
It could be my
XG라는
bias, right? Because I already have a
팀을
bias toward him. I love XG, but it's like
제작을 하는
I
갤럭시라는
don't remember being this blown away by any artist that I discovered for the first time. Like, I remember when I'm a big fan of Logic, and I don't remember being this blown away. I remember listening to like his first album, Under Pressure. I wasn't even that impressed with him when I first heard him, right? It wasn't until I listened to Undeniable and then I listened to Incredible True Story. That's when I'm like, oh no, Logic is that one. Like, especially when I listen to Undeniable, like Logic is that one. And Logic is probably definitely top 10, maybe even top 6 or top 7 favorite rappers of all time. I wasn't even as impressed with him as I was with XG. Like, XG just like blew me away. Like, I was just, even now I can't even fully explain how impressed I was with them.
시작을 하게 된 거가 경위인 것 같습니다. 네.
みんなスタジオで集合しようか。はい。音楽聴かせてあげるから。はい。
That studio.
全然決まってないんですけど、ギャラクシーこういう音楽に方向っていうのをちょっとイメージできるような、ちょっといくつかの自分が作ったストックを聞いてください。
I couldn't even imagine how hard it was to even come down to these 21. Like, out of the thousands of girls that you auditioned, like, even to get down to 21. I mean, I guess it's easy to get down to 21. You could just cut. But once you get down to this number, it's like it gets even harder and harder.
선발하는데도 되게 많은 시간과 많은 고민을 하게 되었고, 그 과정에서 제가 음악을 만들었어요. 친구들을 만나면서 많은 인스피레이션을 받았고.
That's pretty cool.
はじめまして、韓国から来たサイモンです。
He had them grouped in. Oh, these are the rappers. These are the singers. These are the dancers.
아티스트를 꿈꾸는, 혹은 모델이나 이런 댄서를 꿈꾸는, 아니면 보컬리스트 솔로를 꿈꾸는 이런 친구들을 정말 많이 봤기 때문에 너무나 제 마음도 설레어 있었고, 그래서 거기서 많은 에너지와 인스피레이션을 받고 얻고 이제 썼던 곡이었습니다.
全身鳥肌が立っていつか絶対これ歌うって思いながら、すごい宇宙空間みたいな感じの曲だったなってことをすごく覚えていて、
衝撃的で、こんな曲を自分ができるんだと思ったら、もう早く踊りたくて歌いたくてしょうがなかったのを覚えてます。
一度も聞いたことがないすっごい新しい音楽で、
もう完全に X ギャラックスっぽいっていう風にすごい感じたのを覚えてます。
もうついていきますっていう気持ちでした。聴いた後もずっと頭に残る曲で、もうこの曲なら世界を奪えるぞって思いました。
그런 생각이 들고, 이 XG뿐만이 아니라 X갤럭시라는 회사 자체에 좀 의미 있는 곡인 것 같아요. 제 개인적으로도 굉장히 의미가 있는 곡이고요. 네.
これはあくまでもデモなんですね。パワフルでもできる、柔らかくもできる、そういう本当にいい声帯を持てるのが今の10代の時期です。20代になってからはもっと時間かかるし、なのでお願いします。
Again, that man, I'm telling you, he's full of intention. He does things for a reason. Forward thinker, man. This dude, Yeah, I'm more impressed with Simon at this point, obviously because he's featured a lot more, but like, well, not maybe not a lot more, but like I'm impressed with him as a leader, as a producer already. This dude is like locked. He's locked in. Like again, like I don't even know the guy, and I'm falling on the sword for you, my guy. You know, like he knows exactly what he's doing.
お願いします。
はい、お願いします。
そしてって奥にしてこのままの流れでこういう風に突っ込んでいきます。わかりますか？あなた見てないでやる。
普通にあれ転校で？そう。
元気出るね。
普通の高校だった？ねえジュリーも入る思った。
入れる入れる。
入るが足湯してオッケー。はい下入って。いやこれいける。エイミ座って。あ全然いけるよ。全然足の裏に。まあ若干きつめだね。まあジュリーはここに座っといてもらってエイミははい入りましょう。あねえごめん勝手に階段取った。階段取っていい？いいよなんか広いな。
書いてます。
全員
はい。
寮にいる人なんか決してみんなが料理するパーティーするために買い物行ってるわけじゃないからね。みんなさ楽にして時こそ責任感を持って緊張感を自分たちでキープした方がいいと思うよ。その寮のお風呂場ってさみんなでそうやってサングラスかけて写真撮るとこねえそれをあげる神やって間違ってない。絶対リスペクトされないやつなんだよ。そういうのはちゃんと考えてないなっていうのがバレちゃう。そういう写真一枚でもうダサいんだよ。
Man, you losers. This man is locked in, bro. This man is locked in, bro.
バレちゃう。そういう写真一枚でもうダサいんだよ。尊敬できなくなる。応援できなくなるの。
She already know it. Look, tears dropping. Tears dropping right here. You got the Black Forces on. The Black Forces, y'all know what that means. I mean, I guess it's in the hood. You know what that. You know, you see a guy with Black Forces on, you avoid him. Oh man.
なんていう感じで。そうそうそうそう。自分の感じくらい思ってね。いやなんかね違うちょっとね。
That's like the one thing I promise, man. Like I've gotten rid of damn near all my social medias, man. I used to be on social media big time, dude. And I recently even just let go of my Instagram. The only thing I do have is X. Like when you're in the position that they are in, like you can't, there's going to be so much more negativity. Let me pull that back. I think there may be an equal amount of positivity and negativity, but we're always fixated on the negative stuff. It's hard to look past the negative stuff. And that negativity, dude, can really just ruin something that's good. So I think it's always smart. Yo, I gotta take a break from this because I'm focused on something else. And I can't have this. I can't do this and that at the same time. So I think it's smart.
これアイリって名前出してもらう。50秒あと10秒。でも今4、3、オッケーでいい。2、1、ピンポーン。メトロで。
Yep. There you go. Good of it. So many of them did the same thing. Okay. Smart, bro. I'm telling you.
アイリの。あ、エイミーさん、ジュリー
Man, that's crazy. Are they gonna always give an update throughout each like episode on who they had to ghost?
스트레칭 오늘 대충 하면 다쳐요. 다운하고 업이 확실히 구분이 돼야죠. 이건 그냥 편하게 리듬 타는 거예요. 이건 누구나 해. 누구나 다 하는 거 하면은 남보다 특별해질 수 없잖아. 다운하고.
Man, I'm telling you, this man got some heat. I mean, how true is that, man? It may sound bad in the moment, but how true is that? Doing something that everyone else can do doesn't make you stand out. Like you're just a part of the crowd. Like that advice hurts because you think you're doing something great because like, oh, like you're looking like everyone else. But in that moment, it's like, I can't spot you from the crowd. I need you to stand out. Like, bro, I'm telling you, Simon, dude, I'm telling you, run through a wall. If I had a leader like that, you know, and if I was like playing football or, you know, or anything, if I had a leader like that, dude, bro, like, let's go. Like, we going to war, my guy. Like, let's go. Thank you. Like that's motivation to me. That's like pure motivation to me.
もう今までに受けたことない厳しくて辛いもう自分との戦いもうメンタルもうフィジカリーもう全部辛かったですけど今思ったら本当にやってよかったって思います。それがなかったら今の自分がいないなって本当に思うくらいすごい重要なトレーニング期間だったしトレーニングだったと本当に心から思います。
いやもうめちゃめちゃハードで本当にハードでこうメンタル的にもすごいこう来たというか鍛えられたしというか一緒にやってるメンバーとかこう受けている子たちがこう真横でもう次の日レッスンに来れなくなったりとかすごいいい意味でショッキングというかすごい刺激しかなかったです。
今も忘れられないくらい悔しい思いでもうめちゃくちゃいっぱいでした。
Push through that shit. Come on. Do you know how much character that builds? Especially when you're at the age of 16? Push through, push through, push through. Don't give up. Push through. And then to come back the next day, I don't know if they are, but like to come back the next day after your body is completely like burnt, to come back the next day and be like, now I'm ready to go again. Come on now.
조금 감동을 먹은 거는 뭐 쓰러진 것까지는 난 잘 모르겠고 일어난 것 자체가 일단 나는.
And then when you're done, the sense of accomplishment you get, like, dude, like in that moment it hurts. And when you stop, you're like, I'm done. Oh my God. But then when you realize, no, I'm actually done. I pushed through it. Like the boost that you get is ridiculous. Like you're like, oh, I did it. Like, let's go. And you almost get the energy to go back and do it again.
방송하는 게 너무 좋았어 일단. 그리고 마야도 어떻게든 하려고 하는 게 너무 좋았고 잊어버리지 마.
I'm gonna absolutely love this. I'm gonna absolutely love this series.
韓国合宿をまず言います。韓国合宿を行くメンバーは
Training camp, dude. Like, come on, training camp. You don't hear about that in the music industry here in the United States. A training camp? Training camp? Come on now.
本命です。今日皆さん変更可能性があると思って頑張ってください。
はい。
マヤ。
はい。お願いします。
What's like
안 틀리게 다시 할 수 있다.
みんなやりたくない？やりたくない？やりたくないです。やりたくない？じゃあさっきなんで自信ある人って言って出なかったの？
自分に自信が持ててなかったです。
俺だったら間違えても出たよ。
Man, Simon, bro. Oh, this dude is such. I wish I had that.
そこがみんなのレベルなんだ。僕はみんなを2年後に、本当に誰にも負けないチームを作ってるのしか考えてない人としてすごく今日は失望です。2年後って遠く感じるでしょみんな。あっという間で本当に。っていうか審査会から説明会からもう1年経ってんだよ。じゃあ今日はこれで終わりです。お疲れ様です。
ありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。
I swear to you, I maybe it's just the type of person that I am, dude, but I would not feel bad. I would not feel bad after being told something like that. Like, for me, it'll be nothing but motivation to go out there and just, okay, I got you. Next time, you won't be disappointed.
出来，还没行。
はい、先生。その前に伝えたいことがあって、昨日は誰も集中してなくて、振りすら覚えてなくて。なんか先生たちを本当に困らせてしまって悲しませてしまって本当に申し訳ありませんでした。申し訳ありませんでした。で、昨日と今日でみんなしっかり考えて考え直して本気で挑むって決めたのでもう一度見てください。お願いします。お願いします。
これですよ。
はい。
See that they use that. Look, keep her over the girl over there. Like, yeah, go, dude. Exactly, dude. They did exactly what you should have done. As a group, understand that only a few of us is going to get chosen. But even though only a few of us is going to get chosen, we're all going to support one another and help each other through this process. Like, again, that shows character between all the girls that are there.
なんていうんですか、嬉しかったっていう感情がもう選ばれたからやばい、本当にマヤ人生かけて頑張らないとこれやばいぞっていう風にすごい思ってたのをめっちゃ思い出します。もう結構みんなもバチバチだったので、しかも行けなかった子たちのことも考えた時にすごいその子たちのためにも頑張ろうっていう風に思ってたけど、もう自分に精一杯だったっていうのが正直あって、死に気で頑張るしかないねマヤっていう。
To show that we got God damn it.
あって死に気で頑張るしかないねマヤっていう。
じゃあみんな全員いますか。
はい。
まずは03。アーシャとアマネ、リノ、リオン、ヒカル、ジュリアがネキスト含めてで今回呼ばれたのは本当に期待をしているからです。
はい。
ででもジャッジは冷静に
トライにしていきます。
아티스트가 되고자 하는 그런 열정이라고 해야 될까요? 간절한 열정, 간절한 마음, 그리고 네, 근성 같은 그런 거를 좀 제일 중요하게 봤던 것 같아요. 네.
I like that. He said I was really looking for an artist, and I think dance, music, like all that, I feel like is just a physical expression of art. You know, you have some people who they paint their art. You know what I'm saying? What's in their mind, they put it on a canvas. You know what I'm saying? Some people they do it building things. You know what I'm saying? Out of scrap. You know, but you have artists who verbally express it through rap and song, and you have some people who do it through dance, right? And I'd much rather have someone who is an artist, who views himself as an artist, and instead of placing themselves into like, oh, I'm just purely a rapper or something like that, because it just shows me you have versatility. I can give you a piece of something and be like, yo, help me bring this to life, and I can trust that you can do that, because you don't view things just from one aspect. You view it from multiple different aspects. So if I tell you I want a song, but then you can also be a part of the choreography, because you have that artist mentality, right? I like that.
그냥 아티스트가 되고 싶어요라는 친구들은 굉장히 많아요. 근데 정말 이렇게 어떻게 보면은 되게 힘든, 생각보다 힘든 일일 텐데 그거를 포기하지 않고 할 수 있는 그런 의지를 판단하기가 좀 힘들었던 것 같아요. 그러니까 그게 되게 어려웠었던 것 같아요. 네.
アーシャとアマネ、リノは、03です。でここでヒナ、ハンナ、一旦03に落とそうとしてます。ハンナも本当はね、いろんな課題があったのよ。もっとボーカルのところを集中して。
It's so crazy how young they are, man. But again, I think, and it kind of sucks to like bring them and have them do this. Well, I guess not, because you know, outside of training, you know, they may be training, you know, 10 hours a day or however long it was, but they still have the opportunity to be kids, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy themselves and do other things. So but I just believe there's so much character that you can build at a young age that just carries on into your adult age, man. Like, it's hard to build that character when you're 20, 30 years or 20, 25 years old, because you're already kind of set in your ways from a mental standpoint, right? But you're so moldable when you're, you know, when you're young, 12, 13, 14 years old. You're soaking in all that information, and you learn what it means to be a good person then. So like, just all of the struggle and everything that these kids, they're kids that they go through.
でもまさかヒナとハンナが行けなくなるっていうのは思わなかったんですね。本当に想像もしてなかったので、もちろんびっくりしたっていうのもあったし、なんかもう行けなかった分、本当に自分たちが行ってまた戻ってきた時にその全部教えてあげるからっていう風に言ったのをちょっと覚えてます。
自分のその態度だったりとか、そのなんていうんだろう、受ける姿勢、レッスンを受ける姿勢だったりとかがちょっと曲がってるっていうのをサイモンさんから教えていただいて、本当にその自分を改めて反省する時間になって、その合宿が自分の
You gotta be sometime. Hey, in order to pull the best out of somebody, you got it. You can't sugarcoat it. You just can't. Like, I tell my kids all the time, I love you guys, but when the lesson needs to be learned, I'm not gonna take it easy on you. Like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to hear. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That's how you bring the best out of somebody. So to go up and tell somebody that, hey, look, you're kind of off, right? I need you to bring that fire, more intensity next time. Like, you either take it the right way, or you take it the negative way, and then that's how I know. That's how I know what I got on my hands. And if you take it the right way and you show me that motivation and you show me the determination to be better the next day, I know I got something right there. But if you continue to slip down that hill and you can't find your footing, it's tough to say, but I don't need you here. It's that tough love that you got to give somebody to really bring that out of them, man. That's one thing you like. No matter how hard you may see Simon on these girls, like the reason they are the way they are now is because of how hard he was on them. And I mean, there's really nothing else you can say about that, right? Like, if you want the best out of somebody, you can't take it easy on them. You just can't.
もうここで頑張ってやるって思ってました。すいません。落ちてしまったことかも。
It's alright, cry, man. That shows your passion.
次01に上がれるように毎日毎日人一倍努力してみんなに追いつけるように頑張ります。本当になんか学ぶことが本当にたくさんあったし、気づくことも毎回毎回増えていってて、ちょっと昨日とか今日も一緒にずっと一緒にやってた友達っていうか仲間がやっぱ失敗することを忘れないで自分と常に向き合って
You can't be afraid of failure, dude. That's what builds you up. That's what builds you up. You know when they say, like, if you break a bone and the bone heals and it heals harder than what it was before. That's what it is to experience failure. You experience that failure and it builds you up and it makes you harder before. You may fail again in another spot. Your bone may break again in another spot, but it'll heal again and it'll be harder than before. And you just keep going and going and going until you're completely solid all the way through.
毎日自分が変われてるように頑張りたいなと思います。これから。もう今まで以上に努力しないと。
Oh yeah, you gotta bring more and
自分の
more every day.
もまだまだだし、もう本当に頑張ろうと思いました。
Hell yeah, dude.
제가 지향하는 그룹은 심플하게는 캐릭터, 그러니까 인격인 것 같아요. 마인드랑
strong character, mindset, and man, like, how can you build that if you're not hard on them, right? Like, dude, that's why, like, I'm telling you, man, I fall on the sword for this man, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about, like, his passion to create something great.
인성, 비전을 갖고 있고 명확하게 자기의
like I can't remember one of those art of war sayings, but it's like it's something in the order of like, if the message isn't clear to your subordinates, then that is the fault of the leader. But if the message is clear and concise and your subordinates aren't following, then it's not your fault. You got to get new people in there. So that's why it's important to have a clear message and clear goals of what you want for your group. Because if it's not clear, then, like, dude, you can go all over the place and you're never going to get where you want to get. Or it may take a long time to get there.
나라에 국한되지 않은 그런 글로벌한 감성이라든가
Yeah,
이런 것들을
again, building that bridge.
아티스트 그룹이고요. 그래서 어떠한 언어든 어떠한 문화든 사람들에게 사랑을 받을 수 있고, 그리고 많은 사람들에게 용기와 희망, 즐겁게 해줄 수 있는 그런 아티스트 그룹을
제일
중요하게 제가 생각하고 지향합니다. 네.
발표します.
はい。
全員15名観光合宿行きます.
はい。
짠짜잔. 懐かしい味.
스태프분들이랑 공항을 올 때 이거를 보여줘라 하는 영상을 찍어서 그때 도착하자마자 미션이 시작됐거든요.
まず1チームずつ、1人メンバーを外してください。
4人でやりたいです。光で。
はい。じゃあ明日ミッションは参加できない場所。辛いんだよ。だってみんなが頑張ると他の子たちも頑張ってるからみんなが上手くなったって他の子たちがもっと上手くなってる。3位のチームは、もうトレーニングから、ミッションから外します。
サンさんもダンスレッスンって受けれないんですか?
No, this is fantastic. This is fan-freaking-tastic. I'm so glad. I don't know why I was... It's not like I was like sleeping on it. I'm alright. I'm at an hour and 30 minutes, dude. It's gonna take me so long to edit, but yeah. But whatever. Who cares? It's not like I was sleeping on this, but I was like I was excited because everybody was telling me that the documentary was so good, but I was so fixated on trying to get the music out. But like, the documentary is almost as good as the music for me, because it shows, like I said, it shows the hard work that these girls put in to get where they get. So it's almost it's just as good as the music. And I'm excited to continue that on, man. An hour and 30 minutes. I'm not gonna hold y'all anymore. This was a long video, and I think a lot of these are probably gonna continue to be pretty long. So I appreciate you guys checking out the video, chilling with me for this long. I appreciate all the suggestions. I appreciate all the comments. Thank you guys for, gave me some encouragement about me possibly losing my job. I really appreciate that. Positivity goes a long way. And again, I'm happy I didn't lose my job. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I did see the comments about the live. I will work something out there. I'll put up another poll on... Well, someone said that I should react to their moves videos. I can do that. But I'll narrow it down a little bit more, put out another poll and see what I can do. But I'll definitely do something, react to something live, and then have like a 30-40 minute chat session with anybody who wants to hop in. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just 10 people, it'll be nice to be able to interact with the small community that I got going on here. So again, I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to continue on with this XG journey, man. Love, peace, and positivity. You all have a good one. See you in the next one.